All right, everyone. So R-Truth tweeted out this: "How equals you. Y'all brought me back. They heard, listened, felt, and understood. Thank you, Triple H, WWE, and man, thank you, Nick Khan, for allowing R-Truth to set me free. I'm driving now. I am Ron Killings. I am the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now put some respect on my name." So this is a really cool tweet here, right? This is a really cool tweet pointing out to the exact people who he thinks, Triple H and then Nick Khan, are responsible for him returning. And my take on this has been very clear. I've obviously been loving all the I like a lot of the creative decisions Triple H has made. I like a lot of what's going on. But I've also on this channel been pushing back on this idea that everything is now perfect in the WWE. And I kind of been doing some videos on, well, with TKO in charge, things might look a little bit different. And it kind of came to a head with Carlito and R-Truth, and other layoffs, but especially them not being renewed and them departing the company. I thought this is an example, right? This is an example of this change that we're seeing. And I was pleasantly surprised when I heard R-Truth was coming back. It's funny because WWE was trying to kind of make it seem like, oh, this was not, oh, this was just one big part of the plan, right? Just part of the show. We knew this was going to happen when it's pretty clear from what everybody's saying that was not the case, right? This was not something that was planned at all. They were going to let R-Truth go if not for, the fan base speaking up. But my view on it was actually that's a great sign. I didn't view this as a negative at all. I viewed it as, look, they're listening. You don't want them listening to every little thing that's going on. But at the same time, you do like there is some level of input, right? There is some level of input on this thing. So I liked it. I had no issue with it. The only issue I would say that I had was, and it's a slight one, but I do think it shows a little bit of a disconnect between kind of the higher ups and the WWE universe. And I understand that from an X's and O's standpoint. I guess X's and O's is a bad term, right? This isn't football, but from I should say a dollars and cents term. I understand why they would look at it. They go, okay, R-Truth serves this role, right? This is the role he's filling. We're paying him X amount of money. Let's have him take a little bit of a pay cut. And I understand it from that perspective. But this is where you can't just look at it from the dollars and cents. You have to look at it a little bit bigger. Like it seems like Carlito, I mean, I was upset about that one too. I really liked Carlito part of the Judgment Day, but seemingly, his kind of departure isn't as big to people as R-Truth was. And I just think that's kind of one of those moments where you go, okay, sure, this may make sense from a dollars and cents perspective, but not from like what the story we're telling. We just had put this guy in a big main event match against John Cena, and now he's gone. Like, just not very smart. But I like the fact that you look here, and he's thanking these two, and I do think that's not this isn't a bad. This is good that Nick Khan and Triple H and guys up at the top are listening to the fans. When the fans make it known, we saw it with The Rock and Cody Rhodes. Think about how terrible that was if we had not had Cody finishing his story, all the things that came from that. Think about how bad that would have been. But they listened to the fans and they fixed it. They're not making every decision based off the fans, but every once in a while, you listen to the fans, nothing wrong with it. So I want to see some of the reaction to this tweet. You turned your back on little Jimmy, just like Cena was your idol. Jimmy looked up to you. How could you turn your back? Now, if we could just get Carlito back in the Judgment Day, I agree with this. I'm not sure if Triple H is feeling the same. Best work I've seen in a while. I can't wait to see where this takes us. It's all part of the show, Triple H. Seems a little inaccurate given everything you've said, LOL. I'm excited to see what you do going forward. Welcome back, Ron Killings. I'm glad they listened to us and brought you back. My man, I'm happy you're back. Let's do some music soon. If you didn't bring back so many of us, if you didn't bring many of us so much joy, we wouldn't have lost it when you heard you were released. Thank you for continually making us forget about our problems, and ruining our bad moods. Man, I couldn't even read that. That was bad. um, Overall, I agree with much of what was said. I mean, I do think, I don't mind them doing it in terms of like for the storyline purpose, fine. But everybody knows now that R-Truth was gone and the fans were able to get him back. That's fine. That's not something to be upset about. That's something to be happy about. So put in the comment section below what you think, and we will see you next time.